back to the channel. For today's video, I have the new Delusion collection from Cirque Colors. The Delusion collection features 6 multi-chrome magnetic nail polishes. The Delusion collection is available right now on the Cirque Colors website, and spoiler alert, this is probably my favorite release from them in quite a while. Thank you very much to Cirque Colors for sending these over to me. Today's video is not sponsored, however, I did receive all these polishes in PR from Cirque, and I am also an affiliate with the brand. I do have a coupon code to share with you all. If you use code Nicole Loves Nails, you can save 10% on the Cirque Colors website. As always, links and timestamps are in the description box, and let's just get into this video. First up, we have Castle in the Sky. Cirque describes this one as a deep sea teal blue nail polish with a red, bronze, gold, green multi-chrome magnetic pigment. Castle in the Sky had a fantastic formula. On that first coat, I wasn't too sure on how opaque this one was going to be. However, I did find it built up really nicely for me in 2 coats. I will, however, call this one a 2 or 3 coater depending on your nail length and personal preference. I think especially if you want to magnetize this one, I would recommend going in for 3 coats. Magnetic effect for this one is a bit sparklier than the other polishes in the release. I think if you're really into super crisp lines for magnetics, you probably won't like this one. And that the lines just did not stay super crisp with this one. However, if you're with me on team velvet effect, this one looks fantastic with the velvet effect. While the base color on this is a super dark teal, I did find when I built this one up in 2 or 3 coats that it didn't really look like a vibrant teal at all. It looks like a very, very dark bluish color, like almost black, but not quite black. For my full hand swatches, my pointer finger and pinky are unmagnetized, and then my middle nail is magnetized with a ring magnet, and my ring finger is magnetized using a horseshoe style magnet for the velvet effect. Also, FYI, if you are new to how I swatch magnetic polishes as well as wear them, I only magnetize the final coat, and I only hold the magnet on for about 30 seconds. I don't know how y'all are out here surviving doing 60 full seconds for every single coat. I am not about that life at all. Good for you, but it is not for me.
No, sir! Not me!
Nothing in here is going to dry down texture, but you will definitely want top coat for a nice glossy finish. Removal will be fairly easy but slightly messy due to the shimmer particles, and because this is such a deep pigmented base, I would definitely recommend base coat. Next up is Delusions of Grandeur, which Cirque describes as an oxblood red nail polish with a bronze gold green multi-chrome pigment. Delusions of Grandeur also had a fantastic formula, but this one does start off very sheer and you do need to build it up just like the other polishes in the release. I absolutely love the color difference between the base color and the magnetic pigment in here. I really love the stark color difference between the base color on this one and the magnetic shimmer color. I once again swatched this in 2 coats on my pointer finger and pinky, and then 3 coats on my middle and ring finger. While I did do 2 coats for the live swatch, I still feel like if you're going to magnetize this one, that I personally think it looks best with the 3rd coat. As all of the polishes in this release are all kind of jelly bases with a magnetic shimmer, all of the opacity you're getting is really from the shimmer effect. So in my personal opinion, if you want the most opaque look on the nail, I would recommend going in for 3 coats. In case you couldn't tell by the live swatch, I am suffering from a really bad nail break at the moment. So I think if you're using kind of a wand or a bar style magnet to magnetize these for like a normal cat eye look, I do think you're probably gonna have some nail line with all of these. This next polish is called
Folie à deux.
It is described as being a forest green base with a magenta to green to gold multi-chrome magnetic pigment. Once again, we have a fantastic formula that starts off a little bit sheer, and I do recommend building this one up in 2 to 3 coats. This is another one of the polishes in the release that how much of that base color that you see on the nail is going to highly depend on what kind of magnet you go for. I don't remember why, but for whatever reason, I did the velvet effect on both my middle and ring fingernails for the swatch of this one. When built up in 3 coats, the base for this looks super dark. It's actually one of the polishes where I was really surprised at just how different it looks when I used a different style of magnet. All of the color shifts were exactly as described. I was really happy with how color shifty this one was. So that is
Folie à deux.
In 3 coats plus glossy top coat. Again, super easy removal. I did not personally experience any sting, but I will always recommend wearing base coat. And now we have Pipe Dream, which Cirque describes as a blurple base with a green mint gold multi-chrome magnetic pigment. Pipe Dream also had a fantastic formula. The base on this leans a lot more towards purple than blurple in my personal opinion. I would definitely classify this in the purple family. Again, I really love the distinct difference in color from the magnetic color versus the base color. If you don't plan on magnetizing this one, I think it's likely going to be a 2-coater. I really love, by the way, that none of the polishes in this release, they don't have that kind of weird look that some magnetics have when you don't magnetize them. Unmagnetized, all these polishes just look like multi-chromes to me. I had Pipe Dream on for quite a few hours and I could not stop staring at my nails.
I like it a lot.
Like, I love this polish. I think the only thing that would have gotten me to like this one more if there was glitter involved, but I feel like I can say that for most things anyway, so. My full hand swatches here show Pipe Dream in 2 coats on my pointer and pinky nails, and then magnetized it's in 3 coats on my middle and ring finger. I have a tiny bit of visible nail line on the very tips of my nails for my unmagnetized nails, but I found it was so negligible that I didn't really think I needed another coat for it. And again, in case I didn't say it already, I do think that depending on what style of magnet you use for these polishes will depend whether or not you have nail line with them. This next polish is called Fool's Paradise, and Cirque describes it as being an amethyst purple base with a rose pink to orange to gold to green multi-chrome magnetic pigment. Fool's Paradise also had a fantastic formula. The base did not feel overly thick or thin, and I had 0 application issues. And I know someone's gonna clock me that I've been flooding my cuticle crevices this entire time for the video, and that is largely because
I am having a very bad day.
I keep misjudging how much nail polish I actually need to cover my nail. This is another shade that how much of the base color you actually see on your nails is going to depend heavily on what kind of magnet you use. As you can see here, I did the velvet effect for both nails and you do not see a single droplet of purple. This is the second shade in the release that I was really surprised how drastically different it looked just by using a different magnet style. I really can't stress enough how much I love the color shiftiness in this polish. With the exception of like the rosy pink shade, this very much looks like the colors that you see of like a tree changing colors for the season, and I love it. So that is Fool's Paradise in 2 coats and then in 3 coats with the velvet effect on the final coat. Super easy removal and I had no issues with staining, but please wear base coat. And the final polish in this release is called Wishful Thinking. Cirque describes this one as a smoke gray base with a aqua to blue to violet multi-chrome pigment. Wishful Thinking is another 2 to 3 coater depending on application style and personal preference. This one also is a bit more color shifty than the original description would make you think. I also was seeing a pink color shift on top of the aqua to blue to purple. I would personally describe the gray base as more of a charcoaly kind of color, like it almost looks black but not quite. I kind of think of smoky gray as a lighter color. The magnetic effect magnetized so nicely and easily for this one. I had this on for almost 24 hours and it looked exactly the same as it does in my swatch photos. I also got some natural light shots of this one, so in the natural light you can really see the pink color shift coming in super strong. Full hand swatches here of Wishful Thinking show the polish in 2 coats on my pointer and pinky nail and then 3 coats on my ring and middle nail. Removal will of course be super duper easy and I did not personally experience any staining. Alrighty, so that is it for the Cirque Colors Delusion collection. As far as my own thoughts and feelings, I really enjoyed this release. I fully recognize that magnetic multichromes are nothing new and like earth-shattering, but they are still so damn beautiful. And I also recognize that another reason why I was just so absolutely in love with these is that I am fully in my magnetic nail polish game right now. My personal top picks from this release are going to be Fool's Paradise, Pipe Dreams, and Wishful Thinking. And I want to give Delusions of Grandeur an honorable mention, and yes, I recognize that is 4 out of 6 polishes. Leave me alone, I like this release a lot. I would love to know what you thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it? Have you already picked it? Are you waiting for a sale? Let me know. If you are planning on picking this release up, feel free to use my affiliate code Nicole Loves Nails to save 10% off on the Cirque Colors website. Beyond Polish should also be getting this release, and you can also use my code on their website as well. And thank you very much to anyone who chooses to use my affiliate codes or links. I really appreciate the support. And speaking of support, I want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, Shenanigan. Just thank you guys for the love and support. Names all on the screen. Links of course are in the description box if you want to join the channel memberships. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please send healing vibes to my poor thumb, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!